THA episode 5. Until you know me, playboy, don't judge me. Until you know this little kid, don't judge him, boy. Don't judge me, boy, don't judge me. You ain't never met no boy like this. You ain't never met no kid like this. What is up with these really ridiculous fake serial killers on Instagram? Have you ever seen that dude Jax the Ripper? He's like some author that kind of cosplays as a psychopath on the gram. It's a really, really funny shit. I'm not gonna lie. Easily top three gayest social media personalities of all time. Easily. Like, it's a lock-in spot. I kind of struggle to think of anyone else who matches him too. So it's one of those situations where it's like, it's like he's in the top 3, but he's not really like 3, maybe not even 2. Really funny shit. It's just one of those things where he's got like 900,000 followers or some shit like that. I mean, hell, he must be doing something right. I'm not gonna knock him for that, for knowing how to market himself, but fuck. Is it still not corny as shit? What the fuck are people on? I just wonder what the type of individual who finds that content entertaining is. Oh, he pretends to put women in acid barrels and lock them in cages. It's so hot. Yeah, it's real hot, bro. 911, immediate dial. I can't handle with that. I don't know. I'm not the type of person where I could be around some person like that. I mean, shit, it's one thing if you follow him for the meme. If you follow him for the meme, that's cool. That's cool. But if he's like an individual where you are like constantly like, damn, he's the one. I want to actually follow this guy and see what he's about. Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Tell me that is not crazy. Though, like, be honest with me, man. Tell me that is not crazy. Tell me that is not insane. I haven't checked out his books. I haven't checked out any of his books. I can't imagine they're anything grand, though. Like, there's probably no Citizen Kane in there or anything. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Funnily enough, lately, something that's been on my mind, speaking of serial killers, is what is the type of individual who even admires the serial killer to begin with? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we all sometimes have like an interest in like, oh, Ted Bundy did this, Ed Gein did that, Jeffrey Dahmer did whatever, basic shit. What are the type of individuals that are really obsessing over these individuals and like wanting to be friends with them? That's crazy. Like, did y'all ever hear about that lady, that absolute retarded whore that married Charles Manson in his like on his deathbed? That was crazy. That was like one of the most simulation breaking moments right there, to be honest, because how the fuck are you marrying Charles Manson? I met him in prison and he was just so sweet. The emotion was just pouring out. He was just so sweet. I couldn't imagine the words he had for. He probably had some like leftover LSD in the back of his like far left molar cavity. Probably just like spilled it out into her mouth or something. Somehow. Because like the prison. How some of those prisons are crazy. They allow you to have that fuck time. That's what's crazy. Have y'all ever seen that? I don't remember what it's called. I could not for the life of me remember what that shit is called, but I know it's a thing. If you are like intimate with someone, you can get a fuck on if they visit you during the proper hours. I don't know if that's like some overblown movie shit, but I do know for a fact it exists to a certain extent, at least. It exists. And that shit is insane to me. Why the hell are we I'm not gonna argue into the rightness of it if it's okay or not, but why are we allowing like, oh yeah, bro, Petey who murdered 15 individuals in 1975, his girlfriend's coming over, she's gonna blow him. Like what are we doing here? Yeah, Petey, he's got a hard on for her. Let him bork her. Like, no, what are we doing, man? Why are we allowing prisoners to just like get their fuck on? I don't get it. Yeah, Petey, he's gonna get a wraparound. I think she's gonna peg him. Like, what? Do the officers like look into the fucking window from outside? Are they recording it and uploading it on the hub? I wonder. Give him some poppers, loosen him up. Like, I don't know. Maybe they are. What the fuck is that all about? But I mean, nonetheless, I'm kind of getting off on a side tangent, but what are the type of individuals who are like obsessing over these faggots? Like, I mean, this is not unknown shit. You got the fangirls of like Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. That's crazy, man. Those Tumblr girls who are like, oh my God, if I was there, you know, he wouldn't have done anything. He wouldn't have done anything. I would have been his right hand girl. I would have been his right hand woman, his foid. But no, bro. No, sweetie. You would have been the first to go, bro. You would have been the first to go. It's such a crazy, mentally ill mindset and mind space to be in. I simply don't understand it. I don't get it. But who am I to judge? I guess I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't claim to understand it. I'll never understand it, but fuck. All I know is some of these bitches be crazy. Some of these bitches be crazy. They're like the average New Yorker. The average New Yorker is batshit insane. When was the last time you ever met a regular New Yorker that wasn't like a raging cocksucker? Hey, I'm walking here. Like, when was the last time you ever met a normal New Yorker? Legitimately. Don't even get me started on those Bostoners. Fucking them Bill Burr types. It's just not it, man. Not the type of individual I would ever want to catch myself running into. You meet a guy from Boston. You could be at a Chili's in fucking Glendale, California. You could be at a Chili's in Glendale, and you could just overhear the dude ordering, yeah, you know, those fries kind of look good. It's kind of like those shits I got back in Boston. It's like them shits I got back in Boston. No one wants to hear that, bro. No one gives two shits. Why would you? We're in California, brother. I don't want to hear about Boston. I don't want to hear about Boston. Boyston. And New Yorkers are exactly the same way. Obviously, I'm not talking about every single New Yorker, but there's a reason stereotypes exist. Hell, I've seen it firsthand. These fuckers will actually act like they are the second coming of Jesus Christ just because they walked on some Brooklyn fucking pavement once. And the craziest part is, hell, the people that are the most wild about their New York heritage are the fuckers that don't even live in the city. They'll live in like Woodstock or some shit, and they'll be like, damn, holy shit, these dudes don't know how we get it down here in New York. No one cares, bro. No one cares. No one cares. You live in Long Beach, bro. You live in Long Beach. You live on Long Island. You live closer to Pennsylvania than you do the city. You're damn near a Westchester boy at this point. And hell, I'd take a Westchester dude over a New Yorker. I'd take a Westchester dude over a New Yorker, don't get me wrong. I mean, shit, you got some cool shit coming out of Westchester. The skate scene there, dope as fuck. You got the old CKY guys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good shit. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to hate on him, you know? I don't want to hate on him. Again, there's some cool ass New Yorkers as well. Don't get me wrong, but nonetheless, they're the type of dudes to go up to a man on the side of the street and they're the type of dudes to go up on the they're the type of dudes to just, you know, walk up to a man on the side of the street and like, hey, you wanna stick your finger up my asshole for $1? That's something I find I find that quality in a lot of people. Like, you know that artist Bankroll Hayden? And I'm not talking about myself because I myself am named Hayden. That's my name. It's my birthright. I'm talking about, you know, Bankroll Hayden. Costa Rica swipe a Visa 17 and I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm talking about that Hayden. You know, I actually saw him one time, and that's where I get that joke from. I actually saw him on the street. He was in the alleyway. He had like one of those classic, like really, really crazy old like coffee cups. And he was asking people to give him $1 if he would let them stick a finger up his asshole. Shit gets crazy real quick, man. There's a lot of individuals that they're willing to do that for $1. Shit, whole fist for the 5. That's a steal in some people's eyes. Damn. See, that's what these record labels do to you. You're willing to do a lot of crazy shit. You're willing to do a lot of crazy shit for that bag when that money's running dry. 17 and I'm gonna be a millionaire. 17 and I'm gonna be a millionaire. 17 and I'm gonna be a millionaire. Isn't Howard Stern's from New York too, right? Howard Stern's a faggot. Just annoying, man. I mean, great radio, don't get me wrong. Seems like an absolute fucking like horrible individual to be around though. Imagine spending like 5 minutes in any room with Howard Stern. You'd fucking end your life before you even got a minute in. It wouldn't end up pretty. It would not end up pretty. The only good thing that ever came out of Howard Stern's show is his guest. Who the fuck was ever like, yeah, bro, I watch Howard Stern for the Pelican? Like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You watch Howard Stern for balloon knots in church and Ari and a lot of individuals. A lot of individuals. Shit, Opie and Anthony. Who the fuck watches Opie and Anthony for Opie? You're watching it for Kumia, man. It's just how it is. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just how it is. Remember that movie? It was like The Zookeeper or something with Kevin James. That's an interesting ass movie because I think Howard Stern voice acted like almost every single character. I think he was the inspiration behind like every single character in that movie. And I'm not talking about the humans, I'm talking about the animals. It's a very interesting film when you look at it through that that lens. Oh damn, the monkey's got the keys again. Typical Stern. It's just how it goes. Typical Pelican. Nah, but nonetheless, I mean, shit. You got a lot of you got a lot of great bands from New York. What you got? You know, you got your Boston. You got your Bostons. You got your you know, you got your Pearl Jams. You got a lot of shit, man. It's pretty fucking awesome. Nah, man. I don't hate New York. I actually, it's a beautiful city, don't get me wrong. In the places that don't smell like bukkake matter, it's a beautiful city. I just don't ever want to be caught by a New Yorker. But nonetheless, bro, the weed these days, and I don't know what it's like in New York, but the weed these days is insane. It's insane, man. I mean, that should get you feeling like Flat Stanley. Literally though. I mean, you remember that commercial with the girl lying flat on the fucking couch? That shit is insane. It's really like that though. It's really like that. It's kind of like that there's that video of that dude like hitting the galaxy gas with the blunt in his mouth and he fucking like sets his esophagus on fire. That's what I mean, that's just like smoking regular weed these days. That's just like smoking regular weed these days. That's what one edible will get you to. Man. I mean, there's even that classic commercial where the kid is like high on Kush and he goes to his father's gun cabinet and was like, "Hey, pal, look at this." He just blows his fucking head off. That shit used to be crazy back in the day. And how I used to be like, "Damn, you know that's not true. That's propaganda." But nah, man, like the people you find out in existence now, you kind of start to realize that shit's real, bro. That shit is real. Hey, Paul, look at this gun. Straight in the fucking head. It happens, man. Now, I know someone that I grew up with. Um, they were at like a house party or some shit, and someone did that. Like, this shit really happens, bro. People forget one is in the chamber, and then all of a sudden they, forget everything. Shit sucks. It's just like that, though, man. I mean, imagine in Call of Duty if you could like play Russian roulette, and I'm not talking about in the mission where Bowman gets fucking killed. I'm not talking about him, even though that is a cool mission. But imagine if you could like play Russian roulette, and you can get like a reward if you don't die. You can get like a reward or some shit, but it's like not regular Russian roulette where it's like one in, rest empty. Nah, like I'm talking like it's like a 1 in 3 chance that you die or some shit like that instead of a 1 in 6. That would be awesome. And the reason I'm saying it is like maybe if you get if you get to live, maybe you could like get a kill streak, a mild kill streak. I'm not acting like you need to be calling in blackbirds and fucking lightning strikes, even though lightning strike ain't really all that, but like maybe you get a counter UAV, a UAV, something, nothing crazy. Because I mean, people are fucking spamming UAVs left and right anyway, no matter what. So it's not like it would drastically affect anything. You know what I mean? It wouldn't drastically affect anything. It would never drastically affect anything. People are getting UAVs before you even get out of the spawn in that game. People have become so hardwired to play Call of Duty. It doesn't matter if you add some shit like that in anymore. You basically have to, because all the goddamn losers that have been playing the game forever, I mean, shit, they're already raping. Like, you don't got to do anything. It's crazy how shit works out. Call of Duty these days, man, is so fucking ridiculous. Who plays Call of Duty anymore? Unironically. I mean, shit, maybe I understand if someone is like going and fucking maybe like, oh, I'm gonna check it out for a week. Okay, whatever. Who the fuck is like actually year round playing the new COD though? Isn't that insane in 2026 to be year round playing the new COD? Who does that? Now, if this was like back in like 2010 to 2012, oh shit, son. Damn. Yeah. Then, okay, bro. That's like peak COD right there. So I get it. But nah. Even in like the Ghost to like well, that's a good game. Like even in the Ghost to World War II era, I could somewhat understand it, because my bad. I just scratched my face, probably blocked the sound. Because, like there's at least a reason to kind of cope a little bit, It's nothing like, oh, damn. They haven't dropped a good game in like 10 years. But I'm going to buy it again anyway. It's not like that, at least, It's more like, oh, damn, they dropped a crazy stinker 2 times in a row and then made a good one. Let me check out this new one. Oh, at least that makes sense, Because not every game in that like time frame was horrible. I mean, shit, kind of let's look back on it a little bit. Call of Duty Ghosts. Okay, not as bad as everyone used to claim. Like, let's be real. Call of Duty Ghosts is not that bad. It really isn't. It's not my favorite by any means. Don't even get me wrong. Not even close to my favorite. Is it horrible though, like everyone claimed? No. It had some shitty ideas, but it's not bad. It never had a chance matching up to Black Ops 2, but very few games do. Very few games have that chance. Then you had Advanced Warfare, which absolutely blew ass. That was not good. I don't even know if I remember the one that came after Advanced Warfare. Oh, yeah. That's when Black Ops 3 came out. And honestly, man, hell, maybe a hot take. Black Ops 3, most overrated Call of Duty of all time. And I know I just clipped the mic saying that, and I mean it, of all time. I mean that shit. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Hell, that zombies mode, sheesh. Good. One of the best zombies modes of all time. Not bad. I'm not gonna act like it was bad. That campaign was so generationally ass, though. So bad. What were they thinking with that campaign? I could be wrong, but I think that is one of the games that didn't even have a campaign on like the last gen version, which is insanity. I don't care what anyone says. They're like, "Oh, but you're buying the game for the new gen." It's like, I don't care. If you're gonna release a game on 2 different consoles, both of them need to be good. I ain't saying you gotta, oh, I'm gonna hold back the game for the new, so the new console matches the old one. No, I'm not saying that, but don't fucking shit out some like horrible port just because you can. That's so stupid. They used to do that a lot back in the day, but it was interesting. Like sometimes it wasn't even a bad thing. So I don't necessarily mean a horrible port in every situation. But a lot of times they used to be like, oh, damn, we're going to make a whole new game for some reason and call it the same thing. Spider-Man 3 on PlayStation 2 is a completely different fucking game than Spider-Man 3 on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, so on and so forth. Completely different game. Completely different game. Why did they do that? I don't fucking know. Because I don't see I can't imagine a world where there was absolutely nothing they could do to get that game to work on the PS2. I can't imagine that. I really can't imagine that. That shit, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I'm not even saying it's necessarily a bad thing, you know? It's just, I don't know. Very, very interesting choice. Who knows? But I mean, that's not even the craziest instance. I mean, you got games like, what was an example? Like, doesn't Assassin's Creed 2 have like a DS version, a Nintendo DS version? That's crazy. And Assassin's Creed 2 is one of the best games of all time. You can argue with the wall. Assassin's Creed 2 is insane. I love that game. I love it to death, bro. I love it. Hell, maybe Jax the Ripper was the person who decided to make that. I don't know. Do you think Jax the Ripper smells his own cum? I wonder, man. I feel like some of these people are definitely doing that. I can't lie. I feel like some of these celebrities are smelling their cum off the wake up. Chips and soda off the wake up. But enough of that boring slop. Let's get into this next topic. Jax the Ripper anal beads. No, okay. Let's get into this next topic, bro. What is it with these tiny music desk concerts? I'm sure some of y'all have seen them. There's this one really interesting one that I've been paying attention to lately. It's a very, very old one. Nothing new. But it's of the band, it's like Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, or something. And I don't know, man. That shit. Home, yeah, we are home. Home where you are. I don't know. It kind of goes, bro. I don't know. I feel it's definitely millennial. It's millennial, lunch break music, but it's not bad, bro. It's not bad by any means. I don't mind it. What is going on with these Twitch streamers lately, though? Did y'all hear about that fucking that dude that got caught with like CP? Got caught with CP because he opened up his notepad and apparently there's I don't know. I haven't used a Windows OS in years, but apparently there's this new update with Windows that when you open your notepad, it like opens. It doesn't. Well, yeah, it opens. It shows you not only the last thing you opened, like the last file you opened, but it also opens it again. And it showed that he had some crazy shit. I'm not gonna go crazy in depth with it, but it is CP. Like, so, we obviously all know what that is. My bad if you hear some background noise right now. My fucking leg fell asleep. Cut me a break. Get off my dick. But nonetheless, what are these streamers doing? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not offending this dude, but that also is a crazy update. Why the fuck does that even? What possible use could that have? Yeah, when he opens the notepad up, I'll just throw this goddamn file open again. Yeah, let's go and open up this .exe again for no reason. What possible fucking situation could that ever help in? Obviously, the fucking retard. It's a good thing he got exposed, but what possible situation could that ever even help in? I don't understand it. But I mean, you know Microsoft. They're always doing retarded shit these days. There's been a lot of crazy shit going on with streamers lately. I haven't really tapped in to that topic much on the podcast, but it's just interesting to me. The only streamer I really talked about was clavicular penis, but I mean, hell, there's a lot of shit going on. There's like a crazy amount of shit going on. I mean, not to get back into clavicular, but he did like ketamine in an escape room and got kicked out. He had like the world record time for the escape room because he got kicked out. When have you ever heard of someone getting kicked out of an escape room? I mean, I it makes sense they have cameras in there because there's always gonna be some like 70-year-old dude that has absolutely no business to be there, and for whatever reason, his fucking his 24-year-old granddaughter just decided, hey, let's get Gramps in the escape room. Maybe bring the pupper. like these 24, you know how these 24-year-old Reddit girls are, but yeah, I don't know. When have you ever heard of someone getting kicked out of an escape room? It's kind of crazy. Let the man get his K-hole on, bro. What possibly could have, happened? Oh shit, he was a little out of it. He fell asleep or something. I've never really heard of someone falling asleep on K, but I mean, shit, they'll get into a K-hole. They'll get into a hole, but I don't know. I've never really heard of anyone just passing out. Nonetheless, though, kicking out is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And I mean, they also had that whole situation happen with him, Nick Fuentes, and Sneeko, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Myron Gaines. Probably a few other dudes in there. But they pulled up to the club playing Heil Hitler by Kanye. And it's pretty interesting seeing how almost a clean like 7 of them. There may not even, I don't know, but there may not even be 7 of them. You never know. Some of them may be spies, but a clean good amount of them like completely folded afterwards on social media. They were like, oh, well, actually, I don't really want to do that. Like, no. Okay, bro. A couple of them were like, yeah, I did that shit, which I respect. I respect that, way more than being like, no, actually, I didn't really want to do that. Like, yeah, okay, buddy, okay. If someone was like, yeah, bro, I did that shit. Okay, I respect that way more than being like, no, actually, it wasn't really my decision. It was just there. Like, okay, bro. Okay. Nah, but streamers are interesting as fuck. Streamers are crazy. Damn, man. I want to be a streamer. Nah. But these people, yeah, they just they got a whole bunch of loony shit going on. Like, do you remember this is a minute ago. This is like not, it's like not brand new or anything, but do y'all remember seeing those whores on Twitch where they would like have green shorts and use them as like a green screen? So they'd basically just be bouncing ass while playing Fortnite. Absolutely no ban. No ban. But the second the second some random dude decides to, I don't know, maybe say the word faggot or nigga or something. The second some random dude decides to pop out, oh, you best believe he's gone, bro. You best believe he's gone. What the fuck? I mean, this is old news at this point. We all know Twitch definitely that they definitely have some double standards, and we all know why, man. Obviously these some of these whores are they're bringing in a lot of the money for Twitch. So why would they ban them? Why would they? Oh, but nah, dude gets sent a bad link and it opens up some gaping asshole. It opens up some goatsy on stream. And then, he's banned. He's perma-banned, in fact. But no, just straight spreading cheeks on stream. You're good. You're good. Nothing bad ever came from spreading some cheeks in front of I'm not gonna make that joke. But you get where I'm going with that. These girls are being whores in front of children, and yeah. And that's what it is. And normally I am not a part of the crowd who is like, oh, you're doing this in front of a children audience. What are you doing? A lot of these streamers are setting their shit up for mature audiences. Not some of these retards though that are trying to sexualize themselves straight into hell. Nah, they're not really advertising for mature audiences. They really aren't. They're banking on that lonely 13-year-old scrolling through Twitch and finding that. That's what they're really banking on. And shit, they do it because they know they can get away with it. That's why it happens. If it's a little more reverbery in the mic right now, I picked it up. So I'm gonna try a new position. Because I'm getting uncomfortable, but here we go. Is this better? I think this is okay. Yeah, but nah, it's like, man, it's a tough thing, bro. It's a tough thing because when you get into like the sex work leaning kind of jobs, it's a really tough thing, man. Not really. Not really. A lot of these girls are absolute degenerates. Let's be real. Let's be completely real, bro. Let's be completely real. Now, I guess it's one thing. It's one thing. If a girl like has a grandfather that has like stage 4 cancer or some shit, and she is like, oh, I'm actually gonna spread my asshole wide open for everyone to see so I could pay for his medical bills. Okay, well, that's one thing, I guess. That's like, okay, well, shit, it's a crazy situation. I don't know, man. It's a whole other thing to be like, yeah, bro, I'm 18, barely legal, and advertise yourself as barely legal. If you advertise yourself as barely legal, you need to actually get sent to Guantanamo Bay. What the fuck is wrong with you? How are you gonna? You're literally marketing yourself towards essential pedophiles. You're basically banking on the fact that they don't care that you're legal, and they're like, oh, well, actually, she's kind of close. She's kind of close to underage. Damn. Yeah, you're banking on that fact when you market yourself as barely legal, and you're a complete screw up, and your whole family despises you and hates you and thinks you should rot in hell. It's insane. It's insane, man. How the fuck do you get to this point? Sorry, I'm probably breathing in on the mic, but how do you get to this point, brother? I think I think there's gotta be things in place to prevent people from doing this. I don't think 18-year-olds should be. I don't know. It opens up a whole can of worms. Because obviously, after a certain point, you know what you're doing. But at the same exact time, hell, brother. I don't think 18-year-olds should be able to market themselves as barely legal. I think all of that teenage girl, barely legal, stepsister, that really degenerate shit, that just all needs to go, bro. I mean, porn in general really needs to go. But at the same time, I don't know, man. It's like there is some artistic element to certain things. Like I think erotica, for example, is different than porn, depending on the situation. It's not all black and gray. You can't just be like, oh yeah, this is all the same thing. No, it's really not. But at the same exact time, man, a lot of this shit. It's gotta go, bro. It's gotta go. Too many people have porn star level expectations. There's like 15-year-olds out there that are like, damn, bruh. Shit, Shirley. She not the one, Crody. She don't got them double D's. And keep in mind, these are 15-year-olds we're talking about. And some of these dudes are walking around with these expectations, frying their brain. Fucked up society. And this is nothing new. This is some shit that affected my generation to hell and back. Imagine what it's going to be like with Gen Alpha. At least they are making it so you have to put a government-issued ID into a lot of porn sites now. That's a thing. I don't think they're doing a great job at it, but at least it exists, That's better than nothing. Because there are definitely some people that are, they're going to get some shame, and they're going to be like, oh, well, I guess I shouldn't do that. I don't know. Like, it sounds silly on paper, but there are 100% people that are just like, yeah, I'm not actually going to do that. Because they're, one, lazy, and they're like, oh, well, when you add like one level of security, whether they're of age or not, they're like, oh, damn, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to bother. Now, don't get me wrong. That I'm not even saying that's half of the people, but it certainly happens. Shit, I'm gonna back up off the mic a little bit. I'm coming in a little hot, but yeah, bro, it happens. It happens. It's not something It is just black and gray. Like I said, it's not like an alien, bro. Not Grays. Bob Lazar. Area 51. UFO Supreme. It's not black and gray. It just isn't. Nah. We need to abolish all that. What is going on with Area 51 though? That's interesting. You remember that? I'm not even going to get into it. We all remember it, but that Area 51 raid, that was like millennial humor at its peak, damn near. I feel like that was like when all the puppers and all the everything really just combined into one. Naruto running at the Area 51 gate. Such a wild time, bro. How many people do you think took out like loans to visit Nevada and go see the Area 51 raid? That was probably like the most honestly, if we really want to get real about it, the Area 51 raid was probably the biggest chud meetup of all time. That was probably the biggest chud. That was probably the biggest chud. You know, how should I say this? I'm trying to make a new word here. You know, function, chuction. Nah, that don't roll off the tongue, bro. That was the biggest chud meetup of all time, though, for sure. I'm not gonna lie. At least the top 3, you know. You know, let's talk about that. What are some of the biggest chud meetups of all time? I mean, you got the there was that one meetup. I don't remember the name. Oh yeah, it was the Josh fight. It was the Josh fight where all these the like hundreds of Joshes pulled up and we're like, yeah, we're gonna flip shit. The one who wins. He's the true Josh. The one who wins. That is interesting. That's a bit wholesome though, because like they let a little kid win. Personally, I wouldn't. Out of a roundhouse, I would have DDT'd that little kid personally, but I don't know. Every Josh I've ever met is a retard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I don't know. They don't have a good they don't really have any good promo PR. I can't even lie. What was the last time you ever heard of a Josh that like was like, oh, Josh, he's a stand-up dude? Nah, Josh is like he's usually the dude who like plays Magic the Gathering and like the back of the class and like no one ever talks to him. He's also chopped and he's a chud and on 4chan, you know? That's kind of like the usual Josh archetype these days. What is the most chud name of all time? You know, DeMarcus is a real crazy chudded out name. In all honesty, Jeremiah is another really chudded out name. There's a lot of really chudded out names. You know what I mean? There's quite a bit. Tyrone is Tyrone is a chudded out name. Lamar. We need more people getting some yee ass haircuts again, bro. Everyone is trying to be like Jacob Sartorius in 2016. What is with that? Why does everyone want to perpetually be like a 13-year-old kid? Like, have you ever seen one of those wicked ass crazy hairstyles that actually even looks slightly good on a male that is above the age of 19? I certainly haven't. I certainly have not. I don't even, honestly, see, these days, I don't care. I don't give two shits and a fuck about most haircuts. It's just not my thing, bro. It's simply not my thing. It's not my swag. Honestly, if I'm going to get a haircut, I'm gonna straight up just shave. Like, it's not even gonna be a cut. Excuse me. It's not even gonna be a cut. It's just gonna be done. It's just gonna be done for. I'm not cutting my hair. That's kind of gay. Nah, but I haven't. I shaved my head in like January of last year. It's coming up on like a year of just growing it straight out. Probably already mentioned that at some point, but yeah, shit. Did y'all see that drama about Bill Burr doing shit in Saudi Arabia? He like performed in Saudi Arabia for a crazy bag, even though he literally used to like shit on people for doing similar shit. Bill Burr is a fag, bro. I don't care what anyone says. Wait, let me think of all the good things Bill Burr has done. Okay, he did Breaking Bad for like 3 episodes. What else? That's about it. That's about it. Bill Burr is the Boston man. He's the Boyston man. Kind of like amplified, exemplified, tramplified, quadruplified. Bill Burr is he's a homosexual man. I can't lie. He's not the dude people think he is. I don't know what the hell it is about a lot of these comedians where people just are such dick suckers. They see these dudes preach online about how this and that and he's a very bad man, and then the second that rubber band starts getting a little tight on that money wad, all that goes out the window, trust me. And then when they get called out on being greedy pieces of shit, it's like, oh well, actually, I'm not. You guys can't take a joke. What? You can't take a joke. People are so gay. I don't get it, man. But unironically, though, when was the last time Bill Burr even said shit funny? Said shit that was funny? Like, like, all jokes aside, I'm not gonna act like, he didn't have talent. Like, he obviously had to have a form of talent to get to where he was. That's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. You would have to be a retard to act like Bill Burr didn't get jokes out that were funny at some point in time. Is he some Richard Pryor or nothing? No, he's not no Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor is one of the goats. Richard Pryor is like a top 5 comedian, OAT of all time. I've been saying OAT a lot this episode, but it really stands. Richard Pryor would absolutely walk over all of these new fucking comedians. All of them, man. So good. So good. He had that crazy ass big fucking hat in Jaws 3. It's like similar to Scary Movie 3. That's now Scary Movie 3, that's a good movie, man. It's a good parody movie. That fucking that lady that her hat grows every single time the camera switches back to her. That's classic. That's legendary. They don't make them like that anymore. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care a whole lot for most of the scary movies. That's not really a hot take, but let me see. Scary Movie 1, it's okay. It's kind of funny. It's got some really funny parts. But it also misses sometimes. Scary Movie 2, it's okay. Not my favorite. Scary Movie 3, really fucking funny. 4 blows dick and 5 blows dick. Not gonna lie. Had Snoop Dogg in it. When you bring Snoop Dogg into something, it's over. It's over. When you bring Snoop Dogg into something, it's just done. And I'm not saying that because I hate Snoop Dogg. Man, his feature on Dre Day, legendary, legendary. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, Snoop Dogg in the motherfucking house. Good shit. He's got. I'm not knocking on his music. He's got some classics. I wouldn't say he's one of those artists who's like, oh yeah, that Snoop Dogg run was insane. He had like one album and some singles that people really look up to, but like when I was a kid and I saw Big Time Rush bring Snoop Dogg out, even then I was like, what the hell? I mean, the way I said it was like, it's kind of funny because Snoop Dogg is on like a lot of kid shit, and he really ain't a kid's kind of entertainer. That's how I said it when I was a kid, but what I really meant behind that was Snoop Dogg is in a lot of shit because people pay money to see, man. I know that's not a revolutionary take, but like I said, when you bring Snoop Dogg into something, it's over. Hell, I would rather see Jax the Ripper in there than when it's over. I want to see Jax the Ripper in an interrogation room. I just want to see how he would react, because I feel like this psychopath persona and alter ego it's all cool. It's all fun and games until that Mickey D's ain't coming. And then the second he finds out that Mickey D's ain't coming, he's fucking cooked. He's cooked. I mean, speaking of Mickey D's, what happened with fast food in general? Nah, I can't speak. I'm sounding like Mike Tyson. What happened with fast food in general? Like, obviously, it was never the highest of qualities. Let's keep that 100% in reality here. But with that being said, I don't get what the fuck is going on, man. I really don't get what the fuck is going on. Every ingredient is so ass. And don't you dare be like, last episode you were talking about Subway. Last episode you were just talking about how... Don't you dare. Because you know damn well Subway is one of the better fast food places. So don't even give me that bullshit. That being said, what is going on with the fucking McDonald's ingredients? Was complaining about them last time too, but fuck. Excuse me. Where is that? Where are these things coming from, man? I feel like they, you know those fucking like, those like sandbags that they had in Afghanistan that dudes were like head glitching, doing target practice over. I guarantee you, whatever was in those sandbags is now within the fucking like McDonald's buns, because them shits is buns, and I mean that literally, not in a shit just buns away. No, I mean it like literally. Them shits is booty. Them shits is cooked, nigga. It's not it. I don't know, man. But they better get Jax the Ripper in there, because, he got that human meat. He got that schmeat on him, and he could probably get it going. He knows how to loosen up a good hole. Get some more protein out. What do you think they were even doing in Afghanistan, though? I feel like, honestly, I feel like that's where, like, Trick Shot, ground zero. That's where it was. Trick Shot ground zero was Afghanistan, really. Dudes getting DSRs, doing 360 shock charge cancels. Insta swaps. That's what I'm trying to think of. Them Insta swaps was crazy. God damn, my fucking ear itches. My bad, if that's picking up on the mic. Sometimes you gotta tussle the beard, man. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm wondering what it's gonna be like for some of these like real incel characters in the future when shit just goes south. Cause like have you ever seen that picture of the gravestone and it's like unknown birthday, unknown date of death, man ate unknown paste in library or something like that. I feel like that's how some of these like real incel ass dudes are gonna have their, tombstones look like. And I'm not talking about the pizza, boy. I'm talking about them goddamn actual chiseled shit. Them chiseled shit. I feel like these dudes are gonna like they're just gonna like die out in a sewer somewhere. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not saying like incel in the like, oh, Andrew Horde is an incel. I'm saying incel in the this dude is like no life in threads and like bone smashing. It's like bone smashing, man. Bone smashing? Like, okay, bro. Once you get to the point of bone smashing, honestly, just log out. What the fuck are you doing? Bone smashing. She didn't want to suck my dick, so I started breaking my jaw in half. It sounds like a real great plan. Oh, I increased the bone density. No, you didn't. You just made your face look swollen and retarded. Made your shit look like a swelled up grape. Made your shit look like Kool-Aid Man. I don't get the whole hype behind looks maxing in general and the incel shit. Like, don't get me wrong, we've all been mad at a whore or two. We've all been mad at a whore or two. Don't get me wrong. But really though, are you really gonna like be like these lies on my name? Like that one that one video? Are you really gonna be like that for the rest of your life? Or are you just gonna like wake up one day and be like, okay, I'm gonna actually not be a complete faggot for like 2 seconds. Get off the just get off the ultra chudded out forums and maybe go do something. I don't know, man. I feel like that's way better than just like going on IG reels and then like seeing a girl and then being like, "Oh my god, people actually think this Floyd is actually even like somewhat human. She's subhuman. I'll hell her." Like, no. You're not gonna win in life going to them 1488 parties. You're not David Duke. But shit. Who knows? Maybe you are the next David Duke. I don't know. That joke in World Peace is incredibly funny. That's one of my favorite sketches. Restyle. That's so good. That whole show, man. World Peace is such a great show. Fucking got cut too soon. Way too soon. It's what, like 6 episodes? It's like an hour and 10 minutes. So good, bro. No, I don't even think it's an hour and 10 minutes. It's like an hour and 3 or some shit. Because they were like 11-minute episodes. This is Adult Swim. See, Adult Swim hasn't had a single good thing on, in my opinion, in recent times, aside from World Peace. And that was 10 years ago at this point. They have like Off the Air or whatever that shit is called. But that's barely Adult Swim work. Like it's a compilation of videos on YouTube. It's like, okay, bro. It's cool. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but if I wanted to watch crazy trippy Jimmy Screamer Claus shits, I would just go watch crazy trippy Jimmy Screamer's Claus Jimmy Screamer claws. Shit. Can't fucking speak, bruh. I'm off too many poppers. I've been in the investigation room too long. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, Bit of a shorter episode, shortest episode so far, but still we had an hour and 5 minutes roughly right here, At least we not under an hour. Wouldn't want to do that. It would be too gay. That would be ridiculous, under an hour for the Horde adjusted? Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that. Shit. But thank you if you made it this far. Bit of a slower episode, but it had some good bits. Had some good bits, man. A bit more tired today, so cut a homie some slack. We gonna come back with the next one, full force. It's gonna be all good. Still a great episode, enjoyable. It's actually peak. I'm just fucking pulling your leg. It's peak. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. And shit. It has been the Horde Adjusted episode 5. We're already on 5. We're already done with 5? It's crazy, bro. Crazy. I'll catch you on the next one. And Sacagawea.